So I've been told multiple times that I need to niche down, and the way niching was explained to me was not really what I felt comfortable doing. So I decided to explore all my passions and just find a way to balance them out. But the truth is, there's no real balance. But if you put in structure, then you can actually get a balance. But I'm not here to tell you if niching down or not niching down is good or correct. What I'm here to tell you is how to stop doing everything for everyone, how to be uniquely you, how to find your own modes, how to become you, the best version of yourself in whatever business you're doing. So this is just a practical guide in niching down how to stand out, attract serious clients in your sphere, and charge premium prices without losing money. I don't usually like giving business advice, but I just feel like I should give this one to you guys. So there are 5 big myths about niching down, and today I want to explore them. So uncovering them, the common misconceptions that come with being told to niche down, or when people are thinking about niching down, they are misconceptions that they have. So I want to help you uncover those misconceptions that keep you as a business owner struggling and competing on low prices at the lowest level. Okay, so the first myth is you have to niche down on day one. This is the one that they tell everyone that once you want to start doing something, you have to niche down, especially content creation, that you have to find your own niche before you start creating content. And personally, I don't think that's the case, or that should be the case. See, trying to pick a narrow specialty before serving your very first set of customers is just a myopic mindset, because you think that this particular people that you should serve. Meanwhile, you have not explored the whole market to know if there are other people that actually need your service more than those people that you want to even serve. So the truth is, you have to start broad first. You have to test different services with real clients and see where money flows easily for you before you actually specialize. Everybody has their own strengths, and if you just niche down on day one, you're not really giving yourself the opportunity to find your own strengths, to actually grow those strengths and become a specialist. But you just try to niche down and specialize, but you cannot really specialize if you don't know the strengths that are necessary for specialization. So the second myth is the niche is just one industry title. So what this basically means is that you think that niching down is just putting yourself in one box. So the mistake is thinking that the niche only means targeting one specific industry. But the thing is that you can be one thing across different industries. That's actually a niche. You don't need to be one thing in one industry always. I know sometimes that's a good thing, but that is a common misconception that if you are niching down, you have to be one thing in one industry. But it goes beyond that. So the third myth 3, is that you are trapped forever. So, there's a misconception that once you pick a niche or once you pick a particular path, that you are trapped in that path. But I think that misconception, it stems from sunk cost fallacy. So the mistake is you fear that picking one focus means that you can never offer other services again. So when you start your business, you just start with one thing, and you think that that thing automatically defines you, that you cannot change that thing. But as you grow, you get more insight and you are able to see that that thing is not what is working for you. So you need to change it. But because of the fallacy that you're trapped forever, you find it hard to change. But the truth is, a niche is just a foot in the door. It builds reputation and cash flow with one hero offering. That is one type of customer you are giving your products, and then expand to other areas later. So basically, this is telling you what a niche is. A niche is an entry point that when you use that entry point to get into any industry, then after some time you can expand, or you can offer your services to other areas. So the fourth myth is smaller market equals less money. And I think this is the biggest one, because you think that once the SAM, that is the serviceable addressable market, is very small, that it has less money. But if you look at it critically, those industries that have smaller market, they actually have more money than some bigger industries, because in the bigger industries, many people are actually competing to serve customers. But in those smaller industries, the competition is lower. And if you are actually a specialist, then you get more rewarded. So the mistake is believing that targeting fewer clients automatically cuts your business revenue. So yes, I know that volume is king, but also being specific in your targeting is also important. The truth is, when you become an expert specialist, you eliminate price haggling, that is struggling for price. 5 high-value clients pay far more than 30 bargain hunters. So if you notice that once you want to start scaling, you actually have to shed some clients. And that's very important, because you see that if you have a fewer high-value clients than your bargain hunters, then you actually make more money. And the last fallacy is that you should just follow your passion. So basically, when you want to niche down, they ask you, what's your passion? Just focus on what you have passion for. But the truth is, most times what you have passion for does not pay. Especially if you are trying to make money. If you are trying to make money, you go where the money is, not where your sentiments are. So the truth is, passion is essential, yes, but passion without buyers, if there is no market, then how would that passion feed you? So passion without buyers who have urgent needs and money, because you might think that these people have the urgent need. Yes, they might have the need, but if they don't have the money, then how will they pay for it? It causes frustration. So a viable niche must combine your skills, your passion with clients, and with your skills with clients that have the budget. So that means that you must align your passion, your skills, whatever you're offering, with clients that have the budget. So like Alex Omozi will always say, he says that you should chase after rich people first. Sell to rich people first. And when you have made enough, then you can sell to everyone. So what that basically means that you should try to sell to the people that have the money first. When you're now stable enough, you now try to sell to everyone. But if you try to sell to everyone too fast, then you have a problem. The key takeaway here is niching down isn't about doing less. It's about making it obvious why customers should pay your premium rates. So this means that your niching down should be for a purpose. It should be for positioning, so that everybody knows that this is the specific thing you do, but it is not tied to a particular industry or to a particular thing. So here are 3 practical ways you can choose your niche: by urgent problem, by unique method, and by growth stage. So firstly, by urgent problem. So focus on solving one single headache. for customers. So there's an example here. I help businesses fix slow customer deliveries. So the niche of this person now is he helps create free flow for customers, and that is his niche. It can be for an e-commerce brand, it can be for a fashion brand, any brand at all. But his own niche now is solving a particular headache for customers that are across all markets. So the next one is by unique method. So deliver results using a fast signature approach. So this one is one that Alex Omozi does. He talks about it a lot. He says, try to deliver as fast as possible, because speed is very important to clients. When you can deliver fast and add value upon that delivery, then people trust you more. So by using this unique method, you see that people tend to flock towards you, especially people that are in a hurry. So an example is 48-hour express branding for business launches. Imagine you are late, or the person that you gave your branding deal disappoints you, and you are 2 days from your event, and you know that someone does 48 hours express branding. You go to that person. So that person now has positioned himself. He has created a niche for himself. So that's how you should also create a niche for yourself. And the last one, by growth stage. So target customers at a specific milestone. So this one, I think, the best example is Dan Mattel. So he mentors businesses or business owners that have gotten to 10 million. He helps them scale from $10 million to $100 million. So you see that he's now targeting customers as a specific milestone. So you know that the person has gotten to a particular stage, and you are just helping him move from that stage to the next stage. Also, Alex Omozo also does this. So for growing stores opening their second location, so that means the store has been successful in the first location. So moving on to their next location, you are now stepping in and you're now helping them grow their store. So that's a unique niche, because most people want to start working for you from the start. But I've noticed that people that are just starting out, they don't even want other people to work for them. So positioning yourself at a milestone actually gives you a better niche. So you have a 4-step transition plan when you pick a niche. So step 1, serve broadly. That means serve everyone, or as many as you can. But you should also take this with a pinch of salt, because you cannot serve everybody. But just find the widest market that you can reach. So work with various clients, identify what you enjoy and where you get fast results. So you work with as many people as possible, not everybody, as many people as possible, and you find what works for you, and you find what makes you produce fast results. You find what you enjoy doing. And when you combine all those things, you move on to the next step, which is step 2. So you find a pattern. Review your past jobs, which clients paid easiest, and complain the least. So now you start viewing or finding out who the best paying clients are. Who are the clients that do not stress you? Because I've noticed that the clients that actually pay more give less stress. On a graph, it's actually inverted. So when you find that pattern, but for some industries it's different though. But for my industry, it's the clients that pay the highest stress you the least. So you find the pattern for yourself, and then you move to the next one. You package one offer. So after working broadly and finding the pattern, you now package an offer to the person or to the set of clients that are easiest to work with or paid the easiest. So you create a single signature service with clear pricing and guaranteed outcomes. So you now see that you now have a client that paid easily. You know how or what these clients look like. You create an avatar. And when you now create that avatar, you now create an offer that caters to that specific avatar. So that is the package one offer. When you now package that offer, you see that only like-minded individuals, similar individuals are attracted to that offer. So they pay you easily and complain just as this other person. So the last step is market and scale. So this is now more like a starting point when you create the one offer. So you promote that your specialty now, the offer that you created, is promote it everywhere and you increase the prices as demand grows. So that is what you do in market and scale. So you now market that your package aggressively and slowly increase the price as the demand starts increasing. So when you've gotten to a particular level, most times pivoting is bound to happen, transitioning. So it's always good to transition without risking your income. So there are 3 key things you have to do to transition without harming your income. So the first one is you keep existing cash flow. So you know that the package, the offer that you've produced is what gives you cash flow. So you maintain that package, you maintain your current clients and routine jobs to cover daily operational bills. So you don't just stop what you've been doing before and go into another thing. No, you maintain that thing to cover some operational costs as you are transitioning. So small, you start to lean away some clients. Maybe you reduce the slots. Maybe you take 5 clients per month normally. So you reduce to 3. So those 3 now will still be able to keep the lights on. Meanwhile, you are now transitioning to the next thing. So you have to build your specialist offer. Create and test your new premium package. So when you are transitioning, as you are still doing the old thing, you now create the new thing and test it out. Just as you tested before, you test it out, and when you now see that it works, you now confirm the switch. So once 3 new clients buy your specialized package, you update your main brand. That is, you now do the switch. The pivoting is now complete. So you now see that you did not lose income while trying to transition. You transitioned slowly. And that is what any wise business person should do. Okay, so a generalist versus specialist income. If you are a generalist, people don't tend to give you what you are worth. But if you are a specialist, they have no option than to give you what you are worth, or what you are even saying you are worth, because value is something of perception. But there's a benefit that is still passed. So we have the first level, the jack of all trades. So you are someone that can do everything and you are offering everything, but at low rates. So there's a lot of pricing and price haggling at that stage. And the next stage is the basic category, the moderate income, where you are known for specific things, but your prices are not still premium enough because you're not giving the right amount of value or the right amount of perceived value. So that's why you now remain in the basic category. And the last one is the problem specialist. So you now know the particular problem you are trying to solve, and you now go all in on that problem. So anytime people see you, they know or they associate you with that problem. And that's very good because it helps you maximize your profits, and you can charge premium prices for that. So when clients recognize you as the exact fix to their specific problem, price negotiations virtually disappears. So just like I said before, when the clients that pay the highest, they actually aren't the ones that price the most. It's the ones at the lowest level that try to price you most. I'm not saying pricing is bad. Me, I price a lot, but I'm just telling you how it is. So I hope you've been able to gather a few things from this short lesson. So if you're ready to own your focus, send a DM, let us discuss. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment what you think below. So don't try to be everything to everyone. Be indispensable to the right clients. So do well to remember that. Remember, use what you have to get what you want, because what you have is plenty. See you on the next one. Bye.